For bloody brilliant games, I'm Sam. These are the week's headlines. We begin with the Nintendo Direct that was held this week. Held on Wednesday, the latest look at Nintendo's upcoming games had informed 34 separate titles, including upcoming DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 3, and the Castlevania Dead Cells DLC. We had release date confirmations for Pikmin 4, which opened the show and was given an extensive viewing before confirming a 21st of July release. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp will arrive on the 21st of April. The title was initially set for release last year before Nintendo delayed the game as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Metroid Prime Remaster was given a physical release date of the 22nd of February, but the digital version is now available, which we'll talk about a little bit later. A new Samba de Amigo game has been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Samba de Amigo Party Central's reveal trailer confirmed that the game will include 40 songs and an online mode when it's released sometime in 2023. An extensive new gameplay trailer for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was shown, along with confirmation that pre-orders for the game are now open. The standard version will be available at a suggested retail price of $69.99, while Tears of the Kingdom's Collector's Edition will release at a suggested retail price of $129.99. That includes a physical version of the game, an art book with concept art, a steelbook case, an icon art steel poster, and a set of 4 pin badges, which if you ask me is a pretty hefty price to pay for the contents. A new Professor Layton game was teased. Developer Level 5 revealed a teaser trailer for the game during the Direct, which also included its title, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. The trailer showed Layton walking down a steampunk-like town before turning to the camera. No further information about the game has been confirmed. And Nintendo announced it will be bringing a number of Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, including Link's Awakening DX, Wario Land 3 and Mario Kart Super Circuit, along with others, to Switch Online. Game Boy and Game Boy Color titles will be available via the standard Switch Online subscription, while Game Boy Advance titles will require the expansion pack add-on. Nintendo then confirmed that it will be bringing additional games to the service in the future, including The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, along with others. Judas, the next game from BioShock creator Ken Levine, is scheduled to release in the next couple of years. In its earnings results this week, publisher Take-Two Interactive said it plans to release the game between now and the end of its 2025 fiscal year, which runs until the 31st of March 2025. Judas is the debut game from Ghost Story Games, which will be formed following the closure of BioShock studio Irrational Games. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick told IGN, quote, "We did have some spillage in the last few years. We feel really stable right now. I feel great about our upcoming schedule. Of course, there's always the possibility of some spillage, but the team seem to be functioning really well, and I'm optimistic about them delivering great titles to the marketplace on an ongoing basis." Judas was unveiled at the 2022 Game Awards. Q Games is bringing PixelJunk Scrappers Deluxe to PS4 and PS5 this year. An enhanced version of 2020's Apple Arcade release PixelJunk Scrappers, the party brawler tasked players with cleaning up the Japan-inspired cyberpunk streets of Junktown. The title has been previously confirmed for a PC release back in August of 2022, and as reported by VGC, has also been confirmed for a Switch launch. And finally, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick will reportedly stay in place should Microsoft's acquisition of the company fall through, it's claimed. In January of 2022, the Wall Street Journal reported that sources said to be familiar with Kotick's plan told the outlet they expected the controversial CEO to leave. While it has still to be definitely confirmed whether this is actually the case, Fox Business now claims Kotick will stay as CEO if the deal breaks down. The publication claims that according to sources close to the situation, Kotick will absolutely remain at the game giant to run the company should regulators derail the planned takeover. Kotick, who was subpoenaed by the state of California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing in its lawsuit against Activision Blizzard over the company's alleged horrific workplace culture, spoke this week on the various regulatory bodies' current objections to Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard King, with the CEO accusing Sony of trying to sabotage the deal, and warned that the UK could risk becoming Death Valley if it blocked the acquisition. Fear-mongering there from a man who is alleged to have been aware of the sexual misconduct within the company for years, and alleged to have played a role in downplaying the issues, the Wall Street Journal report published after the lawsuit revealed. Before we go, a quick roundup of the notable releases from the past week. the 8th store release of a GameCube classic on the Switch, the aforementioned Metroid Prime Remastered. At the time of publication, the 6 outlets that have scored the title have given it an average 95%. Nintendo Life and Game Bible awarding the game 100%, with both reviews praising the updated visuals and controls. Ollie Reynolds of Nintendo Life calling the release one of the most thoughtful remasters they've ever seen, only critiquing the title for its couple of minor visual issues and the motion controls not feeling as responsive as the Wii version. At the time of writing, the lowest score for Metroid Prime Remastered is an 87 from German outlet GamePro, with their reviewer Marcus Fiedel saying the remaster is in a class of its own, only taking points off for the title's lack of replay value, outdated models and animations, and stating his belief that the title's combat is a bit too easy. Released on the 7th for pre-orders and the 10th for general purchase, the Wizard game came out on PS5, PC and Xbox Series. The PC version scored 84 from 12 reviews, the PS5 port scored 84 from 66 reviews, and the Xbox Series release scored 90 from 16 publications. With all that said, we've reached the end of this week's episode. Be sure to leave your thoughts on any of the stories we've talked about today in the comments down below, and while you're down there, let me know what games you've been playing. If you enjoy this, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, it really helps out the channel, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at BloodyBrillGames to update on our content. I'm Sam, thank you for watching Bloody Brilliant Games. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.